Hey guys, this morning I weighed 245 and right now my glucose is 88. I'm about 26 hours into my typical fast, which I break tomorrow. So today's topic is about the fifth and final step. Not that by any means that these are the only ways to reverse insulin resistance, but these are the ways that I've found like the most effective or the top five most effective ways to do it without medication. And so step five to reversing type 2 diabetes is by gaining muscle. And so you have to realize that your muscles, by volume, consume the most glucose of any organ in your body. And I know there's some scientific nerds out there like me who are probably thinking, wait a second, I thought that the brain consumed the most amount of glucose. And it does. Your brain consumes significantly more glucose than your muscles. But that's why I said keyword being volume. So you have way more muscle mass on your body than you have brain mass. And if you get really technical, your kidneys actually consume the most glucose of anything on a gram for gram basis. But by volume, your muscles consume the most amount of glucose by far. And so this is really good because the more muscle that you have, the more your capacity to soak up glucose. And this is why it's so important. If you do not have a continuous glucose monitor, please get one because it is so important to see how your body reacts to specific foods at specific situations. So you can have a guy who is very muscular, very fit, and he can sit down and eat 100 grams of carb in a meal. And because he's so muscular, he doesn't really have that much of an effect. So maybe his blood sugar started off at 90, but then after 100 grams of carbs, he ended up with like 140. Whereas you could have a thinner person with far less muscle, and they could eat the same amount of carbs, same height, but because they have less muscle, their blood sugar shoots to 180 or 200. And so you know that the more muscle you have, the greater your capacity to consume carbohydrates without spiking your blood sugar and without setting you on the path of insulin resistance. It's really interesting because I never knew this. I actually found this out from Benjamin Beekman, which I'm going to have an entire series on my inspirations, and I'm going to end on him and give more details about it. But the connection between weightlifting, because we always think that if you want to lose weight, you have to do cardio, right? That's what we always think. But you actually burn more visceral fat. And so, visceral fat is the fat that's around your abdomen. That is the most harmful fat in your body. So, you really want to be targeting and losing visceral fat. It's been proven that strength training actually targets visceral fat better than simply aerobics alone. Like, cardiovascular health is important and aerobics are great. But the best way metabolically to lose weight is to lift weights. And not only does it promote visceral fat burning, but it also improves your HGH. So, HGH stands for human growth hormone. And the more HGH you have that you're producing naturally, not injecting, not taking it exogenously, but that your body is producing, the better. Because HGH also promotes fat burning. And you're probably noticing a correlation here, right? So, you want to burn fat and you want to increase muscle. Well, literally lifting weights increases muscle and burns fat. And it also increases your HGH, which promotes muscle building and fat reduction. So it's all synergistic and it all works together. In our next episode, this is kind of just a highlight about why you should be lifting weights and gaining muscle to help reverse the type 2 diabetes. In the next episode, I'm going to go more into the specifics of how. I will share the workout routine with you guys that I have been using for over a decade. And It is really effective at just working every muscle in your body in as little time as possible. And that was kind of my goal. There are better workouts out there if you're trying to maximize strength or if you're trying to hit a specific fitness goal. But just for general fitness, to work every muscle in your body in as short a period of time as possible, you should really check it out. I will share that with you in the next episode. So stay tuned, and together we will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.